Hey everyone, welcome back to Cody Tarot. I'm your tarot reader, Cody. So for today's pick a card, we're going to be doing what is your crush looking for? So this is going to cover pretty much anything that your crush is kind of seeking out at this time. So whether that's a specific type of person, whether it's you, what they're looking for in their life, we're just kind of going to get a vibe of what they're looking for in basically life in general. So yeah, we'll be figuring that out. We'll see if you're the right person for them at this certain time in your life. You guys will be able to judge that effectively based on what they're looking for, and you can know how to approach them and stuff like that. So without further ado, let's get into the crystals. So for group one, we have the Azurite. For group two, we have the black Tourmaline. For group three, we have the Sunstone Iolite. And for group four, we have the yellow Leopardskin. So take all the time you need to pick your crystal. Remember, this is a pick a card reading, so you pick one of the crystals in front of you, and then after you pick your crystal, you go down to the timestamps in the description box or the comment section, and whatever timestamp is associated with the group of the crystal you pick. So for example, if you picked group 1, 2, 3, or 4, whatever group that would be, you click the timestamp, it'll fast forward you to your reading. Also in today's reading, I'm going to be shuffling on camera, but before doing all the readings. So for example, right after this intro will be the shuffling part. So if you're interested in the shuffling part, you can stay tuned for that. Otherwise, the timestamp will fast forward you to your specific reading. So trying something a little bit different today. So yeah, if you guys need more time to pick your crystal, just pause the video here. And then without further ado, let's get started with the shuffling for the groups. So yeah. Hey you guys, I actually am decided to do something a little different today. I know the intro says we're just jumping right into group one, but I decided to do all the shuffling in like a different section of the video, so you can just skip ahead to your section with the cards. If you want to stay here for the shuffling, I'm going to select all the piles in this segment of the video. So to start with, let's get Spirit Animal Oracle card. And we will select the cards for the reading, future upcoming readings in this video. Okay. I'm just basically doing this so the people who want to see the shuffling and see the piles being picked can see that. But also, that way when I get into the readings themselves, it can just make it, I can streamline it, make it go quicker. And then let me know if you guys like this or you'd like to see the shuffling per pile. Okay, let's see. So we have, draw from the middle, and one last one for the Leopardskin. Okay. And then, like, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm obsessed with this deck. This is the Rachel Charman, I think, is the deck creator. She created this crystal deck, and I just love the way the energy of this deck. I did, what's it called, speed reading, where you just flip over cards like really quickly and do a reading like as you go, basically, instead of like analyzing the whole picture first. And I got some really accurate readings. I was actually doing some readings for people in my life, and was able to get some really accurate messages. This deck's really good for that. So if you're a type of reader that like flips the cards over like quickly and you think on the fly like that, this is probably a good deck for you guys. Okay, let's okay. And then we're gonna need some, I'm actually going to, where are those? Yeah. Shuffle some playing cards, and then we're gonna get some tarot cards last, and then we'll get into the reading. Okay, this is recording still. It's always a shame when the camera shuts off. I haven't had that happen in a while. It used to happen so much early days on my channel, the camera would shut off in the middle of readings. I have to like rewatch and figure out where I left off on the reading. Okay. And last but not least, I'm going to pull some tarot cards. I'm just going to use the Light Seers deck. If you guys know any tarot decks that don't have nudity in them, let me know below if you have like a specific deck and you just know that it doesn't have any nudity in it, because I need some new decks for this channel. And yeah, I've been having a hard time trying to find ones without nudity because I don't like to have to like censor the cards. Okay, so let's see. Whoa. Okay, the cards are, I'm going to shuffle the deck one more time because the cards are a little messy, so I feel like they need to be reordered a little bit. Okay. Okay. This is basically what I'm doing. I'm cutting the deck and then getting all the cards for each one, and I'm going to cut the deck again and get the last card. All right, those are the piles that we have today. If you got past the intro and you still haven't picked your pile yet, here's the actual piles of the cards in front of you. So if you want to select a pile of cards, not just the crystal, if you want to select a pile of cards, if you're more select that way, you can do that. But otherwise, I'm getting on with the reading, starting with group number 1, the Azurite. Hey, group number 1, this is if you picked the Azurite. So this is these are the cards. We shuffled these cards in an earlier section of the video. So if you want to watch that, you can go back and see that. That's right after the crystal selection. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into your reading and see what you got. So your first card for your person is Cat Spirit. We have Claim Your Independence. That's representing your person you have a crush on. Then your crystal card, we have Boji Stones, which says balance. And then for your first playing card, we have Jack of Clubs over here. And for your next playing card, we have 8 of Hearts over here. And for your tarot cards, we have 8 of Swords reversed, 9 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles reversed, and High Priestess reversed. I have a little bit of space right in this crystal. I'm going to roll the Astro Dice too, just to get extra info. Okay. This goes like that. Okay. Let's take a look at this. Okay, overall in general, your crush is kind of looking for a good time, not necessarily a long time. There's a whole bunch of indications of this, but I'm going to get into the more specifics of the reading and then we'll go from there. So first thing about your crush, we have Cat Spirit, Claim Your Independence. Your crush is in a position where they don't want to feel necessarily attached to anyone specifically. Like they're not looking for a relationship. They're not looking for anything that's going to tie them down. Yeah, Cat Spirit with Claim Your Independence. I'm getting this vibe of like someone who doesn't want to be like touched or pet or something like that. But then at the same time, we have some other indications that this person is in their energy of just wanting to play the field. We see that again here with the 8 of Hearts here, where they know they have love power right now. That's the thing. They know they have power. They know they have kind of like an ability to get whatever they want romantically. And that's one of the reasons why they don't want to settle down, right? I think they had a long period of being kind of like, with this 9 of Wands, I feel like they were really alone for a while. It's kind of the vibe that I got. And yes, they want to be independent. They want to keep their independence. It's like they don't want to get rid of that yet. They're not ready to let go of that. The 9 of Wands talks about them holding on to this independence, even though it might hurt a little bit. but they're ready to branch out. And with the Eight of Hearts here, they're coming out with like a vengeance, like a power, basically. Like they're not afraid to like figures that Azurite starts, with this reading, because Azurite, this crystal, has given a pretty blunt reading in the past, I think, when it came to a crush. I don't know if you guys remember that reading, but that was like a pretty brutal reading. But I just got to read the cards. I'm sorry, guys. Anyway, so the Eight of Hearts just talks about them being more of like a playboy, playgirl kind of vibe. Like, I do see that they're not afraid to like seek and get what they want. With the Jack of Clubs here, I also see that they're looking for something that's like very playful, but they're also looking for something. I feel like this person is not afraid to manipulate their words, if that makes sense. So they're not afraid to like lie or fib or something like that. They're not afraid to like say an untruth to kind of keep their independence, is essentially what I'm seeing. With the High Priestess here, this person's intuition is not working that well. I honestly feel like this person, if you caught them in a lie, like first of all, it'd be really easy to catch them in a lie because their intuition's not working that well. They're not the best at being secretive at this point in their life. They're just trying to kind of like it's hard to explain. It's interesting because with balance here, they really want balance. That's the thing. They really want balance, and what they're looking for is a peace of mind in a way. But they just have this mentality where they want to kind of play the field, is kind of what I'm seeing. Without the romance involved, with the balance card, I think they just want balance in their life. And I think they feel like, for them, like partners in the past have disturbed that balance. They felt like when they were ever like settled down or they were in a relationship in the past, their balance was thrown off kilter, right? Like maybe this person has just dated crazies, right? And these crazy people just kind of like made them just, how do I put this? Like these crazy people made them feel like they just wanted their own space, right? They just wanted their own space away from all these wild, crazy people. It's kind of what I'm saying. Because balance is showing up here where if they want a relationship, they're definitely going to make sure that person is their counterpoint, like their balance to their sense of like fickleness, essentially with the cat spirit is kind of what I'm seeing is like fickleness. With Aquarius here, this person is maybe more focused on like friendships right now. With Eight of Hearts, they could be, if they're not playing the field and they're not hooking up with a whole bunch of different people, they're definitely focused on charming their friends, being around a lot of different people, a lot of their friends. They're focusing more on, there's this vibe that they want connection, but they still want to keep their independence. It's very strange. It's like, that's why friends are a good option for this person right now. I honestly feel like if you want to get close with this person and prove, like, because honestly, like, if you prove that you were someone that wasn't like crazy and that would be like there for them and you were that counterpoint to them, I think they would give you a chance, honestly. I just don't think they're looking for a relationship right now. They're just looking to like experiment, to have friends. With the Nine of Wands here, this person is like, they're worn down from previous relationships. I also think with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse here, this person is not looking for, like, it's interesting because we have the Two here. This person is not looking for long-term money connections, if that makes sense. This person's not focused on their long-term security, basically. So if you're someone who's focused on like long-term security, building for the future, you want someone you can save money with, or you want someone who can like build the future with you in that way. This is not the type of person who's focused on their finances in that way. We have the second house here indicating, and we also have Mercury here. We have this indication that they want to spend money kind of quickly or let money transact through them fast. Like with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, I don't think they're focused on a legacy or building for the future. They're kind of like want to be in the present moment and just live for the now. And they're focused on kind of like enjoying the moment like that. Which is interesting because they really do want this balance in their life. But they're not really putting forward the steps to achieve this balance, even though they really are looking for it. Like that's what they really want, is this balance. But I think they have to do some healing first with the Nine of Wands. They have to let go of some things. They have to illuminate some parts of their life that they've kind of kept in the dark. With Eight of Swords here, they're definitely feeling their appearance, right? This is reverse. They're out of the shackles of the mirror and they're like in their own sense of self. They're like feeling their appearance. They know they're hot. They know they're attractive. They're feeling themselves right now. I feel like this person has struggled with body image issues in the past, but now that they're out of these body image issues, they're feeling very confident or cocky is kind of the vibe that I'm getting. And here's the thing. That's not really a problem because that's just their confidence, right? They deserve to feel confident in their body, you know? But it's because they were suppressed for so long with these like body image issues that now that they're out of the gate and they like have their appearance and their new look and stuff like that, they act like hotter than thou, or they act like holier than thou as far as their appearance goes, if that makes sense. So for example, they're just not used to having this type of body, like it's kind of a recent thing, and so they're not really used to having this type of like charisma or body or freedom from their victimhood, essentially. So they're kind of like going in the opposite direction with this Eight of Hearts here, and they're just like taking advantage of their charm in this period of their life. And I think that's why they're not looking for anything serious. With the High Priestess here, it's interesting because their intuition really is they're not really utilizing their intuition that well to like figure out that's why it's interesting. They have like these concepts of what they want or what they're doing right now. And that's kind of the vibe that this reading's giving me. It's like what they're looking for is kind of like with this money thing, I think this is habits they're already in, right? They're already used to just spending every paycheck as they get that paycheck, you know? They live paycheck to paycheck essentially. I feel like, yeah, even though they're really worn out from relationships, they don't want to give another one a chance. With the High Priestess here, they haven't really tuned into their inner self to figure out like what they truly want or what their intuition is telling them, what their next path is for their like intuitive side, which is interesting because they're represented by the cat spirit. And I do believe cats are pretty intuitive. The thing is with Claim Your Independence, it's showing up as more of like the fickle side of that cat's nature, right? I also feel like this person might have kind of a feline type appearance in general. And I also feel like this person with the Nine of Wands here, they really escape dangerous situations really easily. Like they don't see that though. They think that if they get into another one, they won't be able to escape it, but they can really escape negative people, negative situations. They escape these things really easily. Yeah, with Jack of Clubs right now, they're really utilizing their communication and their words. They're going through kind of epiphanies with that. And they're learning that like what they say has power, and they're very carefully like choosing what they say. And that sometimes that could mean like fibbing or lying or saying an untruth. Like that's kind of something that they're learning right now, is that even if they lie, sometimes that lie can have more power than the truth. And it can like get them something that they want. Yeah, Mercury is just a symbol that like honestly just means like they're looking for short-term fun in general. And the Aquarius means like mostly friendships, right? I feel like this person's going to flit about from friend to friend, just kind of exploring little things with people, but not really laying down any hardcore roots anywhere. You know, they're kind of just like tasting around what different things are there to offer. They're kind of avoiding their family, maybe not their immediate family, but they're avoiding like aunts, uncles, cousins, stuff like that. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. And they know they're hot. That's the thing. They know they're attractive right now. They're really like feeling themselves, and their body is kind of the vibe that I'm getting. I feel like this person, what they're looking for is mainly to maintain their body image, right? They're definitely really like, they don't want to go back to that position that they were in where they were worried about how they looked. They definitely want to maintain that body image. I think also what they're looking for in general, like balance is really like, I think with the High Priestess right below this balance card, one thing they're looking for, they don't really like, haven't really figured out yet, but they really want is balance in their life. The Ten of Pentacles in reverse is showing something they're not looking for. And that might be important to you guys, or it might not, depending on how you guys spend your money or how you manage your money. But this person definitely with their resources, literally they're just, as soon as they get it, they want to spend it. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting with that. The High Priestess just shows that right now they're not looking to expand their intuition. Like they're not looking to dig deeper. They're not looking to look into their shadows. They're not wanting to do the work. They're just kind of wanting to play around, basically, with the Eight of Hearts here. They're in an energy where they're very charming. So I can see why you guys like them, because they're in a very charming energy. Like they're kind of being granted a lot of personal power at this time, right? And they just really, it's just brand new for them, so they don't really know how to use it yet. But yeah. I'm going to end the reading there. If you guys like this reading, please like or comment below. And if you really enjoyed the reading and you resonated with my energy, feel free to subscribe to the channel. With that said, we're going to move on to group 2 with the Black Tourmaline. Thank you guys again so much for letting me read for you. It was a pleasure. It was an honor. I hope this reading was helpful in some way, shape, or form, and goodbye. Hey, group 2, this is if you picked the Black Tourmaline. Such a cool stone. Let's get into your reading. We preview the cards today in today's reading. There is a section after the crystal selection in the intro of this video where we shuffled and draw the cards. So if you want to participate in the shuffling, you can do that. Otherwise, let's get right into your reading. Your first card is to represent your crush. We have Squirrel Spirit, Believe in Yourself. For your crystal card, we have Pink Tourmaline, Forgiveness. For your first playing card, we have Eight of Clubs here. And for your second playing card, we have Ace of Hearts. And then for your tarot cards, we have the Hierophant reversed, the Emperor upright, the Queen of Cups reversed, and the Magician reversed. There we go. Let's get these looking pretty. And then we need some Astro dice. Wow. Okay. There's a few things here that your crush is looking for. So first, to represent your crush, we have Squirrel Spirit, which says believe in yourself. I think your crush has pretty strong, like, self-esteem. I think this is a good person to have a crush on just because their self-esteem is not going to waver too much. I think with believe in yourself, they have a strong sense of their own value is kind of what I'm seeing. I think also your crush has a good sense on them financially. Sometimes I associate squirrels with like financial saving or money or something like that. They have smart like money habits. That's just kind of a side note. That's not necessarily something they're really looking for necessarily. It's just like something about their personality. Ultimately, your crush is looking for forgiveness, and they know they want forgiveness is kind of the vibe that I'm seeing. They're really looking for someone in their life to forgive them about something. I think someone really, either they hurt someone or there was just an argument or something. I don't even think that your crush was necessarily at fault for this. I just think that they were at fault and they want forgiveness. They want someone to forgive them. They wish that someone could just reach out and say, you know what, like, it doesn't matter what you did. I'm okay with it. Don't worry about it. This person wants someone who's just going to kind of turn the other cheek and say, like, you know what, let's just forget it. Let's squash this beef that we have. Let's just forget it. Let's forgive and forget. Something like that. With the forgiveness card, they really want that kind of forgiveness in this connection. Or not in this connection with you, but like in a connection specifically. Yeah, that's kind of like these crystal cards are showing up as like deeper needs for the most part. At least it did in the last reading. So this is kind of like their deeper need. Other things that they're looking for too, they want to be a leader of some kind with the Emperor card here. They want to be an authority in whatever realm they're talking about, right? Not necessarily to teach, because we have the Hierophant in reverse here, which means this energy is kind of blocked off. So Hierophant's more of like a teacher card. The Emperor is more of an authority, and just the fact that he has the knowledge, right? He has the knowledge and the ability to organize his life effectively. I think this person, what they're looking for is just to know things. We see that again here with the Eight of Clubs, which just talks about power and knowledge. This person really just wants to know. They want to know a lot of things. They don't necessarily want to teach what they know. They just want to know it. This is the type of person who likes to study for fun. They like to just do things to increase their knowledge. They don't necessarily share their knowledge or brag about their knowledge. They just like to learn about stuff just to have just to know about it, right? They just really want to know about it. With Queen of Cups here next to the Emperor, I did get a little bit of a feeling when I first looked over these cards that this person might be a little bit controlling. Like they're definitely looking to control circumstances and their environments. Like they have a more hands-on approach. With the Magician, especially in reverse, which the Magician talks about like sending out your intentions into the universe, and then you have to wait for them to come back to you, right? So when you're waiting for them to come back to you, you're receiving them. That's like the High Priestess, where you're just coming in your receptive energy to receive. The Magician's like where you're sending out the manifestation, right? This person, on one hand, doesn't send out any manifestations in general. They just act, like with the Emperor card here. And the Queen of Cups in reverse, the Queen of Cups upright, this particular card in this particular deck, she has her hands off this bowl, right? Taking a very hands-off approach. This person takes a very hands-on approach. They're very like hands-on. Even if they don't appear this way, eventually this side of them will come out and they will take a controlling attitude at whatever they're doing in their life. They want to have a hands-on approach. They want to be able to control the outcome. They are not necessarily interested in manifesting because they just want to do it themselves, right? They don't have too much faith that the universe is going to provide for them in general. I think this boils down to the fact that with the Magician next to the Ace of Hearts here, when they desire love with someone, here's the thing. I think they've either tried to manifest a love interest in the past and it didn't work at all. Like the manifestation didn't come through or whatnot. Like whatever they did, they didn't do it right, or maybe they stopped it, whatever. There's so many things in the like when it comes to manifestation that people think they can do wrong, because sometimes you just don't get what you want like at the right time, or you know what I'm saying? Like or there's blocks or whatever. Like there's so many little things in the theory of manifestation, right, that could go wrong. And I think this person was just sick of all that. And they're just like, no, I'm going to take things in my own hands. I'm going to take things into my own power, right? With the Emperor card here. With the Ace of Hearts and the Magician card, if they manifested a love or not, basically they've just had not that much success in love. I do think they really want love with the Ace of Hearts here. They definitely desire it. They desire that kind of intimate connection with another person. Yeah, they want love. It's just like they don't know how to get it. I think when they try to have love in the past, they try to kind of control the other person, or they don't know how to approach people, because it's like when they try to find love with people, they end up trying to like manipulate them. Not manipulate, that's the wrong word. They just try to they try to use like emotions. They try to work emotions like they're working like a tool, if that makes sense. Like how do I put this? Like if say they were going to build like a wooden sign and they needed a hammer and a chisel to like nail out some things in the sign, they would try to like use the same force that they would use for the sign on a person to kind of like get them to reciprocate feelings. So this person really doesn't have too much adeptness. They're not really that adept in the emotional realm, is kind of what I'm saying. We see that again here with the Queen of Cups reversed, where they're not really adept at paying attention to feelings, knowing the emotional ebb and flows in situations. This person's very logical in general. Very masculine energy is kind of what I'm picking up with this person. With the Cancer card here, I do feel like they do have like a sensitive side on their inside that needs to be unearthed. Also, I do think that this kind of sensitive side comes out around their family. Although I do feel they still have that kind of controlling vibe around their family. It's just that they have feelings towards their family. That's the thing. They have like emotions towards them. They just don't know how to like use emotional, like, how do I put this? They don't use emotions to communicate. They use like force, or they use the ability to control and order their environment to communicate, but they have those feelings of love inside them. It's just that no one can really see them, if that makes sense. So, and one thing that I'm seeing is people have been, it's not like they've been victimized by them. It's just people have been like, okay, I don't want to be pushed around. Like, you can't force me to open up to you. You can't, you know? And so with this forgiveness card, they know that people have like said things to them. And this is where I feel bad for this person, because your crush has really been through it, because first of all, they don't know how to handle emotions in general. And so because they're very logical. So they're kind of like a baby when it comes to that. But like also with forgiveness here, like because they've hurt people, people have really shamed them for that. They've been like, how dare you treat me that way? Like, what are you thinking? Like, why would you do that? And people have like literally shamed your crush. And so that's what gives them this feeling that they just want to be forgiven, right? Because they don't know what they did and they just want that forgiveness for their actions, which is crazy because it's like they don't even know what they're doing. The intention's not like they don't have ill intent, but because they've hurt people, they want that forgiveness so badly, you know? So that's something that's hard for this person, but it's something that they really are looking for and that they want. Yeah, they do want love. They do want love with a partner. They're a little skeptical of mystical things, I'm going to say, because Queen of Cups is pretty intuitive and the Magician reverse. I think they're a little skeptical of mystical stuff, anything esoteric. With the Hierophant here, they're definitely not looking to teach or lead others. So if you're looking for someone to be a teacher for you, or you're like looking to utilize their knowledge that they have, they don't want to disseminate it. They don't want to like teach it. They don't want to share it. They just want to like know it for themselves. They kind of, maybe they even expect people, I'm just taking a guess here because I'm not seeing this so much in the cards, but I'm just guessing. Maybe they want other people to learn for themselves as well, if that makes sense. Take that only if it resonates, because I'm not pulling that from like the more intuitive side of how I read. With the first house here, I do think this person is looking for someone who looks attractive on the surface, right? They want someone who looks attractive on the surface. With Jupiter here as well, I think they want someone where they can talk philosophy with that person, like they can share like the same philosophical principles, and they're looking for a financially beneficial connection with someone. As far as like a romantic relationship, they want to kind of merge finances or share their wealth with you or whoever they're with. They're looking for someone they can share their wealth with, and they want someone who can share their wealth with them as well. They want kind of like an easy give and take there. Also with Jupiter here, I do think with the Jupiter being next to the first house and Cancer here, I think they look for people who are a little bit on the heavier side. They're just attracted to people who are more on the heavier side. Like body weight, image, right? They want someone who's a little more like thick or curvy or something like that. And they're definitely looking for someone that they can, because I always see like Cancer and Taurus are my two cards where I'm like, okay, Cancer and Taurus like love food. Like that's kind of the vibe I see with those two. So with Cancer being here, I think this person like heartily enjoys like life's sensual side as well. But yeah, the thing that I'm mainly seeing before you go into thinking this is just like a really sensual person who just wants to indulge, they are not like that necessarily. That's just a part of them. Their main thing is this logic component, right? And this having this authority or this structure of like, you know, I know what's best, so I'm going to maneuver and manipulate my environment because I know what's best. Remember, they're not necessarily teaching people like, hey, this is the best thing to say or do because I learned this, or this is something I learned, so how about you have this information? That's more like the Hierophant upright. They're more so focused on the fact that because I'm the center of knowledge, or because I've studied so much, I have the authority to manipulate my environment, right? So one of the things they do is they kind of like just try to move people to the right positions, make people do specific things. They try to order their environment successfully, that kind of thing. I think because Jupiter showed up here, this person's really a blessing for those people who appreciate this person. I think they're really a blessing to those in their life that appreciate them, and they appreciate these people too. It's really hard for them to not get over this forgiveness thing, right? Or to get over this forgiveness thing. It's like they really want forgiveness from people, and that's like such a big, important role in their life, essentially. Like they want to be forgiven. That's so sad. Like they want to be forgiven for what they did, but they didn't even mean to do it in the first place. Like they didn't even mean to be mean in the first place or anything. Like that's so sad. Okay. I think that's like all the messages I'm getting. Hopefully this gave you some insight or clarity on what your person is looking for in life and in general, and if you are that person that would fit their needs and all that good stuff. With that said, I'm going to end the reading there. If you like this reading, please like or comment below. If you really enjoyed this reading, feel free to subscribe to my channel. I'm so sad for this person. I feel like crying. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So if you, I have to end this reading. Okay, so goodbye, guys. We're moving on to the next group. Yeah, group 3 with the Sunstone Iolite. Man, I feel bad for your person. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next pick a card. Goodbye and have a good one. Hey, group 3. This is if you picked the Sunstone Iolite. So let's get into your reading all about if your person or what they're looking for. All about what your person's looking for. So let's start with your person. We have the card that coming out is Coyote Spirit, Trust in Divine Detours. Then their crystal card, we have Diopside, Mother Earth. And then for your first playing card, we have 7 of Diamonds coming through for them. And then for the next playing card, we have 9 of Spades. And then for your tarot cards for them, we have Temperance, we have Page of Wands, we have 10 of Wands reversed. Oh, Page of Wands is also reversed. And we have 4 of Wands reversed. Then I'm going to get some roll the astro dice for you guys. We have Libra, the 11th house, and Uranus. Didn't expect those to come out with the cards we have. Okay. Move this up a little bit. There we go. Okay. So I think I got most of this down. So let's get into it. First of all, your person is represented here by that Coyote Spirit, Trust in Divine Detours. And this theme gets like repeated throughout the reading essentially, but it's really correlating nicely with this Uranus symbol. Trust in Divine Detours just means this person has learned that in life, this is a very spiritual person. Someone who knows the secret to manifesting, very different from the previous group. What group was it? I think it was group 2. Anyway, this person knows the secret to manifesting, although I don't know if they actually utilize it too often, but they definitely know how to get things in their life through the power of letting go, essentially. Like this person knows how to let go and trust that whatever the universe throws at them, that's where they're going. You know, like this person definitely lives in the present moment. And whatever happens in their life, they trust in that. So like, for example, if they have a plan to become maybe they want to become president one day, and then, this is a really bad example. Okay. So maybe I'm trying to think of a good example. Hold on. Okay. Maybe this person, wants to be like a marathon runner or something like that. And then maybe they get into an accident where they lose their legs, right? And so with Trust in Divine Detours, this person has to learn like, all right, well, I lost my legs, so now I just have to like live without legs, and I have to have a wheelchair, and I can do sports, but maybe I can do other kinds of sports that involve a wheelchair, So it's like, there's this vibe that like, they've had moments in life where they've been redirected specifically into a different direction and they had to just go with it, right? Now, they know, though, through life that they're ultimately going closer to their end goal. It's interesting. This person has a lot of experience. I wouldn't be surprised if this person is older or you guys like an older person because this person has a lot of experience. This person definitely like knows that they need to roll with the punches, right? Their life with the Uranus symbol here is very unexpected. It's one of those things where people come in and out of their life and it's just like, whoa, this new person's here and that's all there is to it. And I just have to adapt to this person, or, oh, this person's leaving my life and then I have to adapt to that. With 9 of Spades, I feel like this person is really good at letting things go. And they've learned that this is part of their mission in life. And so this is less so much like what this person wants, because that's what this reading is about, like what this person's looking for. But this is more about this person's outlook on life, because in reality, this person's not really looking for anything. Like this person is just kind of accepting what comes in and out of their life. They're very spontaneous. They're very in the moment. They're very present focused, and they're very spiritual. With Mother Earth, the deeper need of what they really truly want, honestly, is to connect with the earth. I think this person loves like long hikes. They love going to the beach. They love planting or gardening. They love animals. This person definitely likes to connect with the earth. I think this person, what they want is like for the earth to be a healthier place. Like they want there to be less pollution. They want there to be, use like less plastic or whatever. This person really just wants the earth to feel good. Like this person really believes that the future and life is like in preserving the earth and making the earth and the planet the best place it can possibly be. This person's giving me very strong like hippie vibes, like bohemian kind of vibes is kind of the vibe I'm getting from this person. And if they don't seem like that on the outside, there's definitely this vibe that that's their soul. That's like what they are on the inside. Because this Mother Earth is like a deeper connection. It's coming out in all the piles as kind of like their deeper want and need, their deeper desire. So what they're looking for is kind of like to heal the earth and to be earthy. One thing that I'm seeing too with the Libra card, this person's very balanced. Like this person's probably learned to be balanced, but this person just in general is a very balanced person. They don't get flustered that easily. They don't feel, shook that much. This person's very balanced. One thing they are looking for with the Temperance card, they're looking to be someone else's guardian angel. They are looking to be that person that helps someone else out of a difficult situation. They definitely want to be the person who's the protector. They definitely want to accept someone for their light and their dark sides. I mean, this Temperance card's coming through not just for a relationship, but like for people in general, like how their motto in life. Like I want to accept people's light sides. I want to accept their dark sides. I want to accept all of them. And I want to help them through troubles and traumas in their life, right? Page of Wands is in reverse, and so is Four of Wands. I think this person's passions are a little stilted. So for example, they might not have, especially with Temperance being in the upright here, they might not have a high sex drive. They might not actually be that, how do I put this? Like sensual. They might be very like, because they're so spiritual, I think they forget to like indulge in their body's needs, if that makes sense. And so with Page of Wands here, this is like in Four of Wands, it's talking about like a lack of fun in their life. I think this person takes life very seriously is kind of the vibe that I'm getting. And I definitely think that this could be coming up as blocks, like things they need to work on. But for the most part, I don't think this person is very much like a fun and games type of person. So if you're definitely the type of person who likes to like have a good time or laugh or get really like joking with your friends, like I think this person's more serious minded. I think they stick to themselves maybe more. This person definitely doesn't naturally celebrate the good times. They're definitely focused. They gravitate to more deep, serious discussions is kind of what I'm seeing. So especially with Page of Wands here, they're missing out on their youth, or they're not experiencing their youth, or they haven't like, they're not looking to be youthful or playful or anything like that. They're looking to be serious, determined. They're looking to actually help people in a really angelic kind of way. With the Ten of Wands here in reverse, they are looking for someone to share the burdens of life with. So for example, if they have a lot of work or a lot of stuff they have to get done, they want someone to share in that responsibility. They want someone to like get their hands dirty and help them with the projects, or like work with them in the projects, right? They want someone to work alongside them essentially. With Ten of Wands here being in the reverse, I think that they have a lot of burdens in their life that they're struggling with, that they don't, they might address them. I'm not going to say they don't address them. That was kind of premature of me to say that, or start to say that. I think they do address their burdens. It's one of those things where it's like, I don't think they share them with others, maybe. There's something about being blocked off from them. Like they might be very particular about how they share their burdens with others, if that makes sense. So, especially with responsibilities, like maybe at one moment they want to do it all themselves, and then the next moment they're like, why aren't you helping me? Like one of those things. With Seven of Diamonds here and the Nine of Spades, it just shows that they're very spiritual. They've learned to let go. They've learned to take things as they come and just accept circumstances as they arise. With the Seven of Diamonds here, this is talking about them learning how to have faith in money matters. So for example, they're definitely the type of person who is like working on, and something they want to learn is to have faith in money matters, like that money's going to come when it's needed. And but otherwise they doubt it. They're kind of in this mindset of like, man, I don't think money's going to come in this particular period of my life. With Nine of Spades here, I think this person has had a lot of losses in their life, or they've had some kind of major health issue that they've struggled with and that they've come out on top. It's funny that I mentioned them losing their legs in a wheelchair. That was only an example, but like maybe they've dealt with some kind of other dysfunctional health issue that takes a big place in their life. I think in a way they want to give back to other people when it comes to this health issue. So for example, with the Temperance card here included, they want to be kind of like a guardian angel to other people who've been through the same stuff that they've gone through, and they want to help heal them, right? They want to bring it out to light, bring it out to the open and say like, look, like you can let go of this, or you can like feel this and let go of it. You don't have to let this thing control you, right? You don't have to let this health issue control you. They're definitely a major giver. They definitely have a lot of faith. Or they're working on having a lot of faith. They're just a little bit serious. I don't think they take life too lightheartedly. I think they've learned that life is kind of a serious thing and that we need to take life seriously. It's kind of the vibe that I'm seeing with them. With the 11th house here, I think societies and friends and people are important to them. I don't know why I always associate the 11th house with like charity, but that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. I think ultimately something they're looking for is to help fund like a specific group and like that's aligned with like a cause they're aligned with, and like help fund that group to like bring them to a greater standing so they can help the world more effectively, right? I think this person is really looking to help people in general. Like this is someone who's a true helper in the world, someone who really believes in like the beauty and like the goodness of humanity. Yeah, I'm trying to see what else I can see about them. I think they pride themselves on being adult-like with the Page of Wands in reverse. I don't think they have a lot of passions. I don't think they really feel passionate about too many things in their life, except for what I was talking about helping people and their faith and stuff like that. With Mother Earth, I think this is such a secret, buried desire. I mean, it could show up in them being environmentally friendly or environmentally conscious and stuff, but with Mother Earth here, I think it goes deeper than that. I think they just want to connect with the earth, and that's kind of something that's a secret desire of theirs. They really just want to connect with Mother Earth, and like this is someone who doesn't necessarily like they could believe in God or the universe, but they don't believe in they're more focused on like the goddess or the earth or Mother Earth or the feminine or like the land as something that we should protect. You know, they're not so focused on like the sky. It's funny because Uranus is such a powerful component in here, but they're really focused on like that earth nature. That's interesting that Uranus and Mother Earth came out in the same reading, because Uranus I always associate with the sky. This person might want a very powerful relationship as far as what they're looking for. They're looking for that like die hard love where it's like you're the sky to my earth kind of vibes, right? Like you know, like I'm seeing that like they want something very godlike in the love department. I think that's about it for this reading. Yeah, that's about it. If you guys like this reading, please like or comment below. If you really enjoyed this reading and you resonated with my energy, feel free to subscribe to the channel. We're always welcoming new subscribers here at Cody Tarot. And with that said, we're going to move on to group 4 with the Leopardskin Jasper. Thank you again so much. Oh, that's not leopard. Sorry, yellow leopard skin, I think is what it's called. Anyway, thank you so much for letting me read for you. I really enjoyed it. I hope this is the person. I hope this is, you know, what they're looking for resonates with what you are and stuff like that. And this works out for you guys. So yeah, with that said, we're going to move on, and I will see you guys in the next pick a card. Bye. Hey, group 4, this is if you picked the yellow leopard skin. So this will be your reading. So here are your cards. Like I was telling the other groups, I pre-drew the cards earlier and we filmed it. It's just like right after the crystal selection. So if you want to see that, that's available as well. So if you want to watch the shuffling, you can do that there. Trying it out a little bit differently. So your animal oracle card representing your person is Dolphin Spirit. This and that are true. Then we have your crystal card is Purification. Okay. Your 5 of Hearts is one of your playing cards. Your other playing card is 5 of Clubs. Okay. And your tarot cards are the Tower reversed for them, the Knight of Pentacles reversed, the Nine of Swords reversed, and the Five of Wands reversed. Then I'm going to, you know, roll the Astro Dice too. Let's roll the Astro Dice too to get, let's see, we have Scorpio, the Sun, and the 9th house. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Okay, I'm not saying too much about this person from just overlooking the cards, so I think the rest of the information is going to come to me as I read. But let's get into it. So with Dolphin Spirit, this and that are true. Your person is one of those people, especially with the Five of Clubs here, they can believe in a lot of different things. Like this person is a wide palette for what they can believe in. They're definitely like seekers in a sense, and they're very playful as well. Dolphins just in general remind me of a really playful spirit, someone who wants to have fun, laugh, joke, have a good time. With this and that are true, I think this person likes discussing philosophies and comparing different philosophies with other philosophies. And I think that their definite motto with all of this studying of philosophy and stuff like that is that it's all true, right? Like that can be true and that can be true and that can be true. And they don't really focus too much on what the contradictions are between these things. They just like to focus on the fact that it's all kind of one big hodgepodge of like information, essentially. With clear quartz here with purification, this is getting into their secret desire, which is interesting because purification talks about like really wanting to get to the core of your body and just purify that sense of self or your vessel. It also talks about purifying like other things in life and keeping things pure and keeping things like wholesome, essentially. Yeah, I don't think this person likes too much negativity. We see this again here with the Tower reverse, the Nine of Swords reverse, and the Five of Wands reverse. This person wants to purge their life of competitive, like jealousies, competitive spirits. Like they want to purge themselves of anxiety. They don't believe holding on to anxiety helps anyone or anybody. You know, this person is definitely someone who always avoids disaster. This is a very happy-go-lucky, very like avoids disaster, doesn't like to, with the Knight of Pentacles here, doesn't like to be that much of a stick in the ground hard worker, although I see that's what they're looking for as far as a partner goes. This person definitely wants to just like take every day as it comes. Like they're very lighthearted. I did get a message here because we have the Knight of Pentacles, which talks about that kind of like sure vision for the future and wanting to move ahead. But they have these two fives here, which represent a lot of change. I think this person has been through a few divorces, possibly in their life. If not, then they're just definitely someone who's like wants to explore a lot of different people and situations. Also, with the Five of Clubs, with the Five of Hearts, because they're both fives and they're kind of mirroring each other in this kind of relation, this kind of thing. I think this person, when they're, how do I put this? When they're changing their thoughts and ideas about different philosophies and discussing different ideas, right? That changes as easily as their relationships change, right? So for example, if they don't have a set belief system, then it's highly unlikely they're going to have a set partner. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. A good example of this would just be like, you know, if they're constantly flitting about and they haven't decided what their main philosophy is on life yet, and they're just kind of like exploring, like, ooh, I want to explore that philosophy or this philosophy or this philosophy or this philosophy, right? The people who have those philosophies, who have those core values and beliefs, right? They're going to flit about from all those people and not really make a commitment to either one of them until they settle on what their philosophy is, right? So this person has to kind of bury deep down within and kind of figure out, what are my true values? Like, what is it that I believe in? You know, what is something that I value? And then once they get to that point where they can see what they value, then they can kind of figure out like, okay, so this person could be a good match because their values align with mine. And I even want to say that that might not be the case as well, because honestly, this person, when they establish their own values, they might actually want a partner who has different values than them, right? But they don't know that because they haven't established their own values yet. It's kind of like a circular thing. So for example, if they say they establish their values and one of their values is that I want to have a partner with different values than me because that's a value that I have, right? Then they're going to want someone who's different. But maybe one of their values is like, I want a partner who has the same values as me. So then they're going to want a partner who's the same. But really, all bets are off until they establish that inner sense of what they truly want. Because I think this person just flits about intellectually from group to group to group, mirroring back to people what they believe in, what their values are, and they kind of just agree with them, or they kind of learn from them and think, oh, I think this person's an eager student. I think they're like, that's so interesting. Wow. And I think people like really find this person charming. They're very playful. They like to joke. They have a good sense of humor. But yeah, they've probably had a lot of relationships in their life, or a lot of different relationships. And if not relationships, they definitely have a wide circle of friends, a wide palette of different friends from different friend groups or people. This person has a very Sagittarius kind of vibe to them. The Sagittarius Aquarius is kind of the vibe that I'm getting. It's interesting because the Scorpio element is here. We have Scorpio here, which I just think is coming through as their sex, like their sex life. Like this person is definitely looking for sex. Like this person definitely needs to have like an active sex life. If they don't, when they just have friends, this person has a sex life in private, like a private time, solo sex life, Okay, so with the Sun card here, they shine really brightly like the sun. People would not suspect that they don't have a strong value system because they have such a shining, bright persona, right? Like the sun is like that Leo energy, right? This person has a very charm and charisma to them. I can see why you guys like them because they're very easygoing. They're very funny. I can see you really enjoying this person's company. With 9 of Swords here in the Tower and the 5 of Wands, they can kind of avoid the negative emotions in life. They kind of don't like to think about them too much. With the 5 of Wands here, they avoid competitive environments too. Like if people are starting to compete with each other, this person just doesn't like conflict, right? So anything that causes anxiety is like dealing with competition or any really dark, destructive transformations they have to go through. They tend to avoid it. It's so interesting because Scorpio is still here as the placement, which is kind of making me think that maybe they're looking also for a Scorpio. Like, even though they're very superficial and lighthearted, maybe they want someone who's really deep, and maybe they want someone who's really passionate or committed. And with this Knight of Pentacles in it right here, I think they want someone with vision as well. They might be looking for either a Scorpio or a Virgo or something like that. With purification, this is like really what it boils down to. This is like represented their deepest desire or their deeper desire. At least it has been for the rest of the groups. And this one's interesting, especially with clear quartz here. I'm having a really hard time pinpointing. I'm actually gonna have to take a break from talking and just look at this card for a second to figure out what it means. But give me 1 second. I think honestly, like the main thing that their deeper desire is to purify their body. That's kind of the only thing that I'm coming up with. I think this person wants to purify their body. That's like their deeper desire. They want to get rid of toxins in their body. They're probably very health conscious. Or if they're not on the surface, they want to be. Like their deeper desire is to be health conscious. I think they would love a person in their life who is very health focused, someone who's very focused on what they put into their body and what they're intaking and what they're absorbing. This person definitely wants to purify their internal system. They also want to purify like their thoughts. I think that in a certain way that this person is just a very pure person. So I think purifying their body, they just want it to represent how their personality is, right? Because their personality is very pure in general, right? They're very like clear head, like clear. The clear quartz is like anything can pass through it, right? It's no color, it's clear. Like you shine light through it and like all the colors shine out of it. It's like with the clear quartz here, it's just they want to have like a clear vessel, right? They want to be clear so they can absorb it all. And this is reminding me of like, I don't know if any of you are into human design, but the reflector in human design, there's like a person, or I don't know what they're called, like a system or whatever, where it's like, in human design, they have like the reflector, the manifestor, the projector, and then the manifesting generator, the generators, or whatever. They're the one that's the reflector. This is kind of giving me the vibes of this person where they kind of just reflect things that come into them and then out of them, right? They don't have really a solid core of anything. They're just kind of like absorbing and releasing, you know? That's kind of the vibe that I get from this person. I think they want someone very stable and structured is kind of what I'm getting with the Knight of Pentacles energy in reverse. It's like they don't want to be like that, but they want someone that's like that, you know, or the Scorpio energy, they want someone who's deep or intuitive or stable or structured or has like a solid like head on their shoulders. With the ninth house here, they're also looking for someone they can philosophize with. I don't think this wanting to explore other philosophies is ever going to die out with them. And that's the thing. I think one thing they're learning in this lifetime is that they can have their core values, they can have what they believe in, and they can also explore other philosophies. They don't have to like not explore a philosophy just because they haven't developed their core value, you know? But their core value is going to help them feel less lonely by attracting a relationship to them that they really want. And I think that's just something that this person's going to go through. And so eventually, whatever their value is going to determine what they want out of life more. So I just keep that in mind. The main things that I'm seeing are this: they don't want anything that has to do with anxiety. They don't want to deal with anxiety. They don't want to deal with competition. They don't want to deal with disaster. They want this specific intuitive, grounded person, right? They want philosophy. They deeply want purification. But besides those things, that's like a lot, right, that they're looking for. But besides that, they're going to keep developing their own value system throughout their life, or at least that's kind of their life path that I'm seeing. And the main thing that I'm seeing here is that once they do, then it'll change what they want. So with the fives here, they might not know exactly what they want right now, or they might portray that side of them a little bit. So it might even be that some of these things that are showing up in this reading are things that they don't even know that they want yet, but they're going to learn that they want in time, you know? So yeah, I think whenever they get set on their values, that's with the mirroring fives, that's when they're going to get set on a relationship, right? We have hearts, which is relationships, clubs, which is knowledge. And the main thing with the knowledge I'm seeing is in the hearts combining is a sense of value, right? So yeah, let's see if I can see anything else real quick. This person really just slips out of disaster so easy peasy, right? Like they really have hardships. They barely have anxiety. They barely have struggles because they just slip out of it so easily. They have a good mindset, and the fact that they try to stay happy at all times, like that might even become one of their values, is just happiness in general. But this person definitely, like, very fun person. Like you guys picked I mean, the person you have a crush on is very fun and has an infectious energy, so I can see why you like them. Yeah, with that said, I'm going to end the reading there. If you guys like this reading, please like or comment below. If you really enjoyed this reading, feel free to subscribe to my channel. We're always welcoming new subscribers here at Cody Tarot. And with that said, that was the last group for today. I really enjoyed reading for you guys. It was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed this reading as much as I did and you got something out of it. So with that said, I'm going to bid you adieu, and I'll see you guys in the next pick a card. Bye.